and welcome to Law Seeko's thorough newspaper analysis for the 22nd of May 2023. So, today we have one editorial article which is titled Capital Brazenness and has been taken from the Indian Express. For the second and the third segment of today, we have the news update and the legal news. Now, in today's article, Capital Brazenness, it talks about the government of India's recent stance to bring out an ordinance to take control of services in Delhi. And the same has been termed as an act of breathtaking brazenness. Now, this entire fiasco starts from 2015 when the central government came forward and tried to wrest control of Delhi. Now, this already went beyond the ambit of what the central government's powers are given under the constitution, and that was very evident from a plain reading of law. Now, because of this, because of the forceful, let's say, change of control, the state government and the central government clashed, and this entire case has been under litigation for 8 years now. Until recently, the Supreme Court came out with its verdict favoring the state government. And even within these 8 years, when the case was under litigation, it was dotted with political clashes. Now, according to the present judgment, the law allows the Delhi government to control the administration of services except in specified areas pertaining to public order. Now, when we talk of this particular verdict, we see that there was room left for the parliament to come forward, amend the laws regarding this, and bring Delhi under the control of the central government. Now, when we talk of India as a country, the same could be said to be very unwise because of the federal state structure that we follow and the kind of constitutional democracy that we uphold. But even then, this was a possibility where the parliament could amend the laws. But bringing out an ordinance to override the judgment given by the Supreme Court is a full blown constitutional crisis. Now, the baton to right this wrong passes on to the SC. And it is here that the Supreme Court must choose because it is in dire straits. So, should the Supreme Court not choose to take any action against this ordinance, it fails to check the power of ordinances that the central government can bring when the judgment that they have received is not in their favor. On the other hand, if the SC moves forward and strikes down the ordinance, the already growing tussle between the executive and the judiciary gets even more aggravated. Now, the reason this ordinance portends a crisis of federalism, the same goes without saying. The ordinance and the denial of a representative government to the citizens of Delhi are, let's say, about as centralizing measures as you can imagine. This is particularly the case in light of the fact that the idea of giving statehood to Delhi was to give itself a measure of self governance. We must also add here that, let's say, the AAP led Delhi government, whatever its limitations are, is a popular government because it has been elected. Despite the union government, despite the party at the union government trying its all to subvert governance in Delhi. But when we talk of this ordinance in particular, what is most alarming and what is a big risk to democracy is that the losers are not accepting the verdict and they are doing their all to subvert it. Often, this form of subversion can take a legal form, but one that betrays the spirit of democracy. Now, a government might use state power to put pressure on certain factions and break opposition political parties. Some of these measures can be legal, even if they are in a manner that is blatantly partisan. Government functionaries might abuse their office to help ruling dispensation. All of these have happened in our Indian history. But when we look at this from a very singular point of view, digress of all political motives, we see that this is just a repetition of what happened with Jammu and Kashmir and the entire abrogation of Article 370 issue. So, with this, we move on to the news updates for the day. Firstly, we have Paytm partners with SBI and NPCI to launch Paytm SBI card on RuPay. The card will provide discounts on transactions made through the Paytm mobile app using the card, with cardholders receiving 3% cashback on booking movie and travel tickets on Paytm app. A 2% cashback is assured for purchases on the Paytm app and 1% cashback on spends elsewhere. This measure comes in light of RBI making it possible for users to link their RuPay credit cards to their United Payments Interface or UPI. Secondly, ISRO likely to launch Chandrayaan 3 in the second week of July. India's agency, ISRO, is expected to launch its lunar mission, Chandrayaan 3, on the 12th of July, with a lunar touchdown expected on 23rd August. The mission will include an indigenous lander module, a propulsion module, and a rover with the objective of developing new technologies for interplanetary missions. The objectives of Chandrayaan 3 are to demonstrate a safe and soft landing on the lunar surface, conduct in situ scientific experiments, and demonstrate rover landing on the moon. Thirdly, we have agreement between the Department of Health Research and WHO on assistive technology, and the same has been flagged green by the Union Cabinet. But the Union Cabinet was apprised of the signing of project collaboration agreement between the Department of Health Resources, that is the DHR, and the World Health Organization, the WHO, for promoting access to high quality, affordable assistive technology, mainly through fostering research, innovation, and capacity building. This collaboration aims to work towards drawing global attention towards its access to assistive technology, fostering research and innovation, and developing and disseminating appropriate training programs. Next up, we have Odisha Chief Minister launches State Dashboard and CM Dashboard. Odisha Chief Minister launched the State Dashboard, a data and analytics powered platform, which will streamline performance monitoring of government schemes and aid data driven decision making. The CM Dashboard, on the other hand, shares huge data with the public and is a landmark initiative for transparency. Key features of the CM Dashboard will include performance indicators and visual progress trackers. Next up, we have commemorating National Anti-Terrorism Day. Every year, May 21st is observed as the National Anti-Terrorism Day to commemorate the death of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, who was assassinated on this day in 1991. The objective behind observance of this day is to wean away the youth from terrorism and the cult of violence by highlighting the sufferance of common people and showing as to how it is prejudicial to the national interest. Now, for the international news segment for today, we have El Murugan inaugurates India Pavilion at Marche de Film at 76th Cannes International Film Festival. The Indian Pavilion was inaugurated by the Union Minister of State for Information Broadcasting, Dr. El Murugan, at the 76th Cannes International Film Festival in France. The pavilion showcases India's rich cultural heritage and its thriving creative economy to the global audience. During the event, the minister also announced that India has become the world's largest film producer with over 3,000 films made in more than 50 languages. Next up, we have FIFA World Cup 2026 official brand unveiled. For the first time in history, an image of the actual trophy and the tournament hosting year is being depicted, forming an innovative design language that anchors the FIFA World Cup emblem for 2026 and beyond. The image of the trophy and the year allow for the customization to reflect the uniqueness of each host while building an identifiable brand structure for the years to come. For the legal updates today, we have invoices and bills are written contracts within the purview of Order 37 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Now, the Jammu and Kashmir, in the case of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and others, versus Shabir Ahmad Dar and others, has clarified that when invoices and bills are raised, they amount to written contracts within the contemplation of Order 37 of CPC to initiate a summary suit. So this was all for today. For free study materials and TNA PDF slides, please join our Telegram channel, the link of which you can find in the description of this YouTube video, or you can always scan the barcode on your screen. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel on YouTube so that you can stay updated with the thorough newspaper analysis that comes out every day. Thank you.